Hey guys! So today we're back with another video. If you see my no mirror makeup challenge, then we're probably wearing the same outfits. It's because it's the same day. So yeah, don't worry. But today we're going to be doing our freshman year experience and basically talking about, oh sorry, let me introduce my friends again.
I'm Amira.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Afua. Okay, so we're going to be talking about our freshman year experience at UMD. Let's get into the video.
Okay, first topic, schools. So I applied to like 7 schools. I applied to Spelman, St. John's, Brown, Fisk, Xavier. Where else at? So many places in UMD. I ended up going to UMD. I did not want to go. Spelman was my #1 choice, but due to financial reasons, I went to UMD.
I don't remember all the schools I applied to, but I remember that my dad made me apply to a lot of Ivy Leagues that I wasn't really like that into. But I got into GW and I was waitlisted for NYU, and I think I also applied to UMBC. Oh yeah, I got into that one too. So GW, like, they gave me a pretty big scholarship, but I guess it still wasn't enough. So here I am.
Alright, so I applied to, I think, 7 schools, which was UMD, Towson University, UMBC, NYU, and Fordham, and I applied to American University. And I chose Maryland because they gave me the most money, and it was close enough to my house that my mom could visit me when she wanted to, and it's far enough away that she won't come, like, frequently.
So next we're going to talk about our initial thoughts about like what we thought UMD was going to be like and like kind of what we were expecting.
So at first for me, I was like, I did not want to go to UMD. It was too close to home. I was not feeling it. I knew it was a PWI, so I knew it was going to be different from where I came from because like my high school was predominantly black, so it's going to be a different experience. I was hoping it was going to be more diverse because they claim they're diverse, but it's not really that much. But I definitely thought I thought it'd be more welcoming, I would say, because the Black UMD community is like really small. So there's you have to be on a certain level. Like you have to know certain people to really like get the full experience, I would say, or acceptance. So for me, I was very hopeful, I would say, but that didn't last too long.
So for me, like I was saying, a lot of people from my high school ended up going to UMD, so I was kind of like, I really don't want to go there, and I was kind of like really pressed about NYU, my whole dream school, but you know what, things really expensive. So I was kind of just thinking this is going to be trash, but I was trying to be more positive about it, because I was like, you really don't know what it's going to be like. You know, because I feel like the school is really big if you're white, but if you're black, like, you're going to see the people who you've seen before. So that's what I was kind of worried about. It was true. I did see them. But it was all good. Like, it's okay because there are other people around. So that's kind of what I thought.
Also, like, you think, like, a school will say, yeah, we're diverse. Just don't trust them. If they ever say, like, if they have to tote the word diverse and put it, like, stamp it on a brochure. Because if they're saying that, then it's not. And if it's a PWI, it's probably not.
We're not saying that there's, like, no type of black
Right.
people. Because there's a lot more black people than, like, regular PWIs. But that's still not a lot.
All 3 of us are in the College Park Scholars, which was majority of the people there are white or non-black, so like we're even more secluded when it comes to that because we live together.
Thoughts after I went there, it's not like you think college is going to be magical and you're going to meet the love of your life. First of all,
lies.
Don't think about meeting the love of your life because you're not even going to be thinking about that. You're going to think about school.
Listen, you might get A's in high school, but when you're in college,
that doesn't mean anything.
It's totally different. Talk about 8 a.m., 9 a.m. classes. You think you can wake up like that? No. I struggle getting up at 11 a.m. classes. So it's definitely like time management. And like college is like, they have the movies. It's magical. It's all parties. Yes, they're parties, but you got 3 exams on Monday. You need to stay home. Like that's how it is. Like it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time management, and I think society really points that as it's always fun. It's always all this stuff, but it's like, no, you need to put in that work in if you want to graduate, if you want to have a certain GPA, if you want to graduate with honors. So it's definitely not just all parties.
So I feel like you really just need to know how to adjust to the situation. Like, don't expect to go in and just be like, this is just fun. Because, I mean, it is fun, but you also need to make time to do your work. Which I have a video coming out on early August on how to get good grades or straight A's.
So, roommates in dorms. So this is my roommate.
This is my roommate. This is our honorary roommate right here.
So we're gonna be roommates next semester. But
because I was not so lucky to get these lovely ladies as a roommate.
So UMD has this thing called Room Sync where you can go through Facebook and based off like your interests and what you like to do, they can like select people that will really match with you. So a fool was on my list and I was on hers, and she found me and she messaged me, and then we became roommates. So from then on, ours was a good experience. But
yeah,
I did not do that.
Let me tell you how I found this girl, because I was really struggling on Room Sync, because when they give you a Room Sync account, they're actually like giving you people who you can live with. So for us, we have the Global Public Health Scholars Program. So we all live in Centerville. So they only showed us the people from our program. So I was finding all these people and I was like, yo, this is gonna hate me. Like, I was showing it to all my friends. I was like, yo, this girl's gonna hate me. She's gonna hate me. She's gonna hate me too. And then I was gonna room with this girl I met at orientation. She's super sweet, but that didn't work out because she was in a different program actually. But then Amira showed up the next day and I was like, she likes makeup. She likes my TV shows. She can tolerate my like craziness. Bet. And I was like, hey girl, you want to room with me? And here we are today.
So how did I find my roommate? I didn't. I was assigned a random roommate because I forgot I was supposed to last summer. My first roommate was great. She was so nice. So there's always like the minor differences, but you get used to them. Should I like talk about my second roommate now? Like, should we get into that? I feel like you think the stories about crazy roommates are not true and that they're just like little wise tales your parents tell you, like, oh my god, I walked in on my roommate doing like gymnastics. My roommate left the first semester and I got a new roommate because my first roommate wanted to go back to Massachusetts because she's from there and she didn't want to be far from home. At first she seemed nice. Didn't she seem nice?
She did. I really want to like her. Yeah.
She started unplugging my lamp. Why is she unplugging it from the wall like she doesn't know how to use technology? You know, sometimes I wouldn't even turn it on. Sometimes I'd leave it off and it would just be unplugged and I'm just like, why are you touching my plug? At least 5 times in like 10 minutes, she'd like look back at me, like turn her whole, like when you have to look, you have to turn your whole body. And she turns her whole body and will like look at me, like, and not say anything because we didn't really talk to each other. When we were texting before we met each other, she was like, yeah, I got kicked out of my last room basically. They were really cliquey with the whole floor and I'm an introvert so I don't talk to people. I'm like, that's not what an introvert means, but okay. She'd stand in the middle of the room and she'd just like rip off everything and she'd just chill, like
butt naked,
nothing,
everything hanging out.
Like the way you came into the world, that's how she was.
Put a robe on and towel or something.
And she just stood there and she would like go to her desk and do stuff and she'd like do other things, but butt naked. She used her neck, and she would fling her head back and forth like that while standing, and that's how she dried her hair.
Moral of the story is, if you're black,
look
find
for
your
a black
roommate on Room
Oh,
Sync.
not saying it has to be black, but I'm just saying, like, for me, I wear my bonnet, I do my edges, all these different things that black girls know about, or people that are minorities know about. If I had a white girl, what you doing? What is this? Let me lay your. What is that on your head? How does your hair get curly? Water, sis, water.
But I think it's really just about like respecting each other's boundaries, and like when you first meet each other, I mean, just in general, don't be afraid to say when you have a problem, because if you have a problem and you're not going to say anything, it's just going to get worse and worse, and they're not going to know if they're doing anything wrong, and then you're going to get more and more irritated.
I want to emphasize, like they say you don't have to be friends with your roommate. Like, you really don't. Like, honestly, I'd come in and I'd be like, hey, and they'd be like, hey, and we'd like say something nice to each other and then do our own thing. Then I'd leave when I had plans and then she'd go do her thing. Like, you don't have to be friends. Like, you just have to coexist. The difficulty is just learning how to coexist with another person.
So we had a dorm style where for our hall we had girls and boys like living next to each other, like in separate rooms. Well, some people could like live with a guy, mixed gender floor. I actually like that a lot better than like all the girls' floors, because I've heard a lot of things like that they're more like cliquey, but like everyone on our floor talks to each other and like they actually go out for meals. Well, we don't go because we're black, but but like they actually like talk to us in the bathroom and stuff, and like they're like, how's your day? Oh girl, you look cute. So I'm like, oh, that's really cute, and like stuff like that. So you like really build a relationship with the people around you. It's fun.
I was on a single gender floor, and it's real great. Like the girls are all nice, so it's not always cliquey unless like you do something to piss one of them off, and then they're all friends, and then they hate you or something. I don't know, but like I don't really have a problem. Like they were all nice. Like they're not actively rude to you. You'll see girls like they just leave their room in like underwear. It's like that's not like a bad thing. Like you just get used to it.
That's true. We don't have that luxury.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, the guys get to have their shirts off, but we have to.
And our bathroom's like all the way down. Get you a robe. But and the worst part is when you have like facial masks or you have your flexi rods in. These boys be calling me Medusa.
Listen, I don't care. I give 0. Okay, because if I need to do my hair, if I need to have a bonnet on, if I need to get my face together, I don't care what you say because you're not in my body.
Yeah, they just don't understand black culture sometimes. But overall, they're great people.
Also, just a quick tip: like if you have a roommate, just make sure to have a code for when they're like if they have
doing
a boyfriend,
doing their thing, doing their little thing with their boo.
If they're just like a really open person, please just make sure to have a code, like a texting system. I had a texting system. Sometimes it didn't work. But the important thing is that you try.
Oh, and because we live in Scholars, so Scholars have we're living in learning communities, so we like live with the people that we actually go to class with. So ours was Centerville, which I think was out of all the things dorm. You can get, it's a great dorm for freshmen, because most freshmen live in the Denton community, which
trash.
If you're going to UND, don't go to the Denton community.
So if you're going to UND, if you're invited to Scholars or Honors, go for it because you get a better living situation.
Better
like
bathroom.
I know for us, we had doors. On our showers.
It's a luxury. So luxurious.
Even the way the bathroom was set up was way better than in the regular freshman dorm. So if you're able to get into Honors or Scholars, go for it.
Great, just know when you see that deadline, don't play with. I don't care if you think you're going to another school. Don't play with that deadline. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen,
DM me if you have like some like serious questions. I'll tell y'all how to finesse. But
okay, so food at UMD. Bring your own seasoning. Do dining dollars. Do Terrapin Express, because for me, a lot of the good food was pizza, fries, hamburgers, all the bad stuff basically. Yeah. So the healthy stuff.
They want you to fail.
Listen, in the fruit we found bugs. That's all I'm gonna say.
And I'm terrified of bugs, so I can't.
So like all the good healthy stuff, it doesn't either taste good or
doesn't look good, doesn't look appealing.
So I would say get those Terrapin Express, get those dollars, spend it in stamp.
Come from a black home where your mother really cooks, or your parents really cook, or just like you really cook. You go to school. Girl, you hungry. I feel like just having the dining dollars, like it helps you switch it up, and like even though you're eating unhealthy, your skin probably looking a mess. Like you're probably looking a mess. Yeah. At least you eating well.
Listen, Terrapin Express might be better because they accept that everywhere, which is actually like cash money your parents put in your card, or whoever puts it on your card.
If you have money, like you'll find yourself tempted every day, like maybe I should just go to like Route 1 and
Chipotle.
Potbelly. Something. Blaze.
You can. Right. You just have to learn how to like discipline yourself. Like
you're really good with that, to be honest. Like,
thank you.
Yeah, Megan was good.
Okay, this is kind of off topic, guys, but I feel like that's something they don't tell you about UMD, because no one told me that all that walking was going to make me so sore. Like, me and Amira were legit in our dorm, like, giving each other back massages. We went to the CVS, and we bought Tiger Balm and Icy Hot, and we gave each other back massages, and we were sitting there, like, rolling out our backs. Because our calves were, honestly, my legs looking popping now. But we got Maryland legs. But, like, we were in pain. They don't really tell you that. I was on Tylenol, Advil every single day for the first couple of months because I was just not used to walking that much at school. Also, like, going to classes at Eppley because they have Zumba and Hip Hop Shake. And we want to try everything out in the same week.
horrible.
Don't do it.
Exercise classes are fun though at Eppley. Like they have so many different things. Definitely go out if you want to like have
not
some
intimidating.
Yeah, have some regular exercise classes, add some extra energy and stuff. It's good.
Yeah.
If you're going to UMD, hip hop shake is a real thing.
Like,
I would.
They're playing Drake,
sweating.
Beyonce. I'm like, yeah.
Woo!
Schoolwork. Honestly, I think it depends on the class you take. Because
What's
some
your
classes,
major? It depends on that.
right? Oh, I'm a freshman year. I was a psychology major. Sophomore year, I'm a double major in psychology and family science. But for me, like some classes were more chill. It was only a few assignments, but they were big assignments. Or some classes I had assignment every class day. So honestly, it just depends. But time management is key because I think twice I forgot assignments, and really those assignments can make a big difference in your grade at the end of the semester. So a calendar, a notebook, the reminder section in your phone, like serious, because like even though I wasn't like lollygagging my first semester freshman year, I definitely could have worked harder. Like I didn't study as much. I was like, oh, I got these grades in high school. I was like, I'm gonna be okay. But no, like you need to be studying all the time, always doing work. If you're chilling, there's always an assignment to do.
I'm a public health science major, and yeah, I mean, I went to a science and tech high school, so I was kind of expecting the science classes to be that hard, and I had taken a few AP classes, so it did help me. It's not a study, because I know a lot of people don't know how to study when they originally go into college, but sometimes studying in your room is not effective. I personally do it on my bed with my back pillow sometimes, but if I have like a really serious exam, I go to like the basement or the study room. So you just need to know how to like change things up when it's like really crunch time. Email those teachers if you like really need help. Don't wait till the end of the semester. Like start emailing them like after every single exam, like in the beginning. Go to office hours.
They have free tutors. Don't pay for a tutor. You shouldn't have to pay for a tutor. There's a lot of resources, especially on UMD's campus. We have Mass Success, all these different things.
A lot of the assignments are online. I don't know if we already mentioned that. So it's not like you can like turn that thing in a little bit late. Like once the deadline closes, it closes. So you need to start things as soon as possible and like work on them gradually throughout the week so that you can get stuff done on time.
All right. So I'm a bio major. Well, I'm a letters and science major, but I'm going to be a bio major. It is never like underestimate your assignments. Don't like think, oh, I have a 2-page paper, I can do that in 2 hours. Like I don't know why you'd ever think that. Like don't think that though. But like don't ever like I know like you say don't procrastinate. Like that's impossible. Like the little things that like 5 paragraphs you did for your 10-page paper, you'll be thankful when you're up like at 3 a.m. like typing it. You'll be so thankful.
At least you have an idea down, And general note, UMD does use the plus minus system. So I mean some teachers don't use it, but majority do. Yeah. So learn it.
And the GPA isn't the same.
Memorize it.
Like you can get a 4.0 in the class, but that doesn't mean if you get all 4.0s, but that in all your classes, but that doesn't mean you're gonna have a 4.0 GPA, because at UMD they have something called quality points, which is based off the credits, how many hours of the class. So if it's a 3-credit class and you get a 4.0, it'll be like a 12-point quality point. So like it all depends on what your quality point is and what grade you have. So I would just say achieve for A's so you can get the GPA you want, because basically anything that's less than an A is going to take down your GPA. Social life. Ooh, man.
We have a lot to say on this one.
Wow. Okay, first one, minorities. For Black UMD is small. It's okay. It's not. There's people in there, but it's a small community. Like you know people. Like you're gonna know who they are by the time you graduate, basically. So one thing is, if you do something, people are going to know. You will build a reputation, and you want your reputation to be good. So as a freshman, don't be wilding out, be twerking on the sigmas or the Qs or the alphas.
You never twerk on a Q. What are you thinking?
Don't do that. You can still have fun.
Maternity life.
But also, always be aware of your surroundings. Always be aware of the people watching you, because there's always someone watching you. And say if you want to join an organization the year later, if you want to be a part of something, if you want to do an e-board, all that plays a part into if they're going to accept you into that organization or that position. So also, I just say be careful. Have your fun though. Definitely have fun.
Be a hoe.
But be discreet.
Don't ever get in front of a camera at a party. Don't ever do
that. Don't do it. Listen, don't be that girl. twerking. Don't be that girl twerking on the floor in the video about the Sigma
they'll
party.
replay you in the promo next year.
Quick summary of the frats.
Okay, there's the white frats and the black frats. The white frats, they have houses because
They're white.
they're white. Basically, plain and simple. The black frats, they have, they have their events, they have their parties, but it's definitely different from the white frats. White frats, it's if that's your scene, that's cool. If that's your scene.
Wait, that's actually...
I know we started the first weekend, we went to a white frat. For me,
we didn't know.
I knew it was never my scene.
Can we describe?
I remember
The walls were wet. The floor was wet.
And
everything was wet.
Were wet.
Nasty.
People were wet.
Beer everywhere. Like all
the
of
laundry wet.
They were playing dance music, EDM. The only song they played was Broccoli, and I was just like,
I didn't even know what EDM was until I came to this school.
They love chants.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. And then they played, what's the song by Chainsmokers, Closer? All the time. I couldn't. I couldn't take it. Like, for me, I like different types of music, but for me to party, I'm gonna need that hip hop and R&B. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Some Caribbean, some African, something. But that wasn't my move. But
it was like really funny because when we first went, like that's what we were thinking was gonna be like. And then we actually like asked these like older black guys like where to go, and they were like, oh, if that's your scene, and we were kind of just lost the moment. That was like the perfect saying.
They were so cryptic. They were like, if that's your scene, that's your scene. And we were like, what do you mean?
If that's what y'all about.
If that's what y'all about, that's what y'all about. And we were like,
I mean, I can't tell you, but you know what I mean. No, we don't know what you mean.
So we're telling you now, if you like that drunk craziness, I mean, people are drunk anyway, but I'm just saying, like, at every party, but that dance, EDM, some like girls being off rhythm. But if you like that, I mean, that's your scene, that's fine. But for me, I was here for the black parties. It was great.
It's always like, it's your preference, honestly.
Yeah, literally. The black frats, so like...
Oh, a quick summary on like the different ones.
Oh, so there's like, okay, so the black frats, there's like if you don't know this,
let's just...
Now you know.
Like,
the Kappas, which, what did they have? They did have a party, but I think it got canceled or something. They have a party in the spring semester.
Yeah, that's fine.
There was the Alphas. They had... that party we went to? That
Black and Gold.
Yeah, Black and Gold. That was the
spring.
That was that spring semester? Or
that was winter. It was winter. Yeah.
All these things cost money, so $20. I think that's what it usually is. We had the Sigmas who had a party spring semester. We had the Qs. They have H10, which would be next semester. I had a fun. It was a Halloween party. It was lit.
You get to dress up.
I would say just be up on your information. I'm just going to say that.
Ask your friends about the frats before you go to them.
And go with your friends because these men are not out here for you. They're here to ruin your life.
Honey.
So ask your friends before you go to these parties because you really don't know who you're around, who you're with, and you just want to be safe.
Yes.
Disclaimer. If you don't want to drink in college, you don't have to drink.
You don't.
We all don't drink, and we have a lot of fun. We don't drink, we don't smoke, and all we do is just dance, and we have a great time. And
like you don't have to do.
We be the party, like we be going to the club.
We be having more fun than everyone else.
Literally, I don't know.
The fun part is watching them be messy.
Yeah, and it's not like we're just like sitting around. Like we'll dance, like we'll talk to people. So you really don't have to be drunk to do all those things.
You don't. I like to remember what happens the night before. I'm just gonna say that. But if you do drink, I would say you need to know your limits. You need to be responsible because if you're out there in situations or in environments you don't know of and you're just plain out drunk and falling all over the place, that's not cute. That's not okay. So
and people are known for throwing up on UMD buses at 3 a.m.
Orange bus at UMD. Let's be real. Like, okay, this is a thing that every UMD person will tell you. You're not going to ride the orange line, or honestly any line, but specifically the orange line, without seeing someone throw up or like stepping in throw up or being near throw up, because
being thrown up on.
Listen,
being thrown up on.
That's a segue. Friendships. Some end up great.
Some don't.
Some don't. We're alive. Like, not every person you meet that you connect with at the beginning is gonna be your friend at the end of the semester. Don't be like hard on yourself if you lose a friend during the semester. That's part of college.
Honestly, like you lose a friend, it's like okay, but I still got homework though.
So first semester, like because I had known a couple of people from my old school, and like I had like ended things with my best friend, and I don't really like to like talk trash about people, so like I didn't really like spill a lot of tea about her. But a lot of people started like treating me differently, so I was just kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna be like cool with them. So I was like, I'm gonna meet new people, and like there were a lot of people who I was still cool with, but I was just like, I need to like branch out. So I sat with like different people every single day, and like I was trying to like get to know people at like the cafeteria or dining hall and stuff like that. Ended up with these two best friends for 7 years, Rumi. That's great because those are people who I really clicked with. But we did have other people hanging out with us before, and
like people come, they go.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter as long as you have like this main.
yeah.
People
And,
giving you
like,
signs.
if they're treating you, because like okay, if you're like me and you'd be like, oh girl, I'm crazy, but you know that someone's not treating you right, like they're taking your man on purpose, those like side-eye you, like they always like bring you down, like you said that you have like a great test grade and they're like F you, or like you hang out with your friends like and they're just like, oh, why y'all hanging out, like, you know, just everything you do, like if they're looking down on you and you peep that, like don't ignore it, like
X out all that negativity.
Yeah.
Be all about the positive. Like, be with people who make you feel positive. Because, like, you have too much, like, stress to be around anything negative. Like, be for yourself. Be selfish. College is a time to be selfish. If you don't like how someone is treating you, drop them. And don't be afraid to, like, drop people either.
Yeah,
like
the hardest part too.
It's like you don't like them. Why are you still friends with them? Drop them.
No,
and you don't have to be messy about it either. Like,
right.
You can just
you're just not
like stop
friends
talking
anymore.
to them. Like you can still say hi and stuff like that, but just understand that you don't have that relationship anymore.
If they give you a negative vibe, cut them.
And if you sensing it, they probably sensing it too. So they probably don't like you anyway. So they're probably happy that you cut them off. So everyone's winning.
We're part of Afro Chic, the African dance team, and like for me, that was helpful for me during my freshman year. There's people that went from my high school that came to UMD, but I was really like alone. So Afro Chic for me was definitely like a little home. I mean, you know, dance teams, you know, we have our things, but like for me, those girls that are on a dance team, I consider them my friends and we're cool. And like that was actually helpful because I knew I had people that I could count on or talk to if I was in a problem. Like literally I had a situation that I counted on one of my teammates to talk to about the situation. So like literally a club or a team or something could really be open to new opportunities to meet people that could really be helpful.
Side note about clubs, because we weren't going to mention that in the video, but I would just say like be open to joining a whole bunch of like new clubs. They have
and actually go try it.
First look fair at the beginning of the semester where you get to look at all the clubs. But I would also say for me, like I want to try like a lot of different things. But if you know that you love something and like don't try and stray too far from it, because when everything else is new, you're gonna really miss that one thing that you like used to have in your life as a constant.
Honestly, yeah, because side note, I used to play or like in the orchestra at high school, and like that was like the one thing I've been doing since I was in 3rd grade. And so like you come to college and it's like you don't have time to be in a club, like you don't have time to be a part of the orchestra. Like they have practices that I can't go to because I have assignments, I have deadlines, and I miss that so much. So like honestly, if you can find like there are so many clubs, and like if you can even just find like every Wednesday we come into the Centerville basement and we jam together, like you just bring your own instrument and play. Like even if you find one of those, just like do it
because you'll appreciate it.
I miss playing the viola so much. I still like play it, but like I'm not like learning anything new. But like just don't drop like your little side note thingies.
Because I dropped my side note. Guys, I'm sorry talking about me now. But I dropped my side note thing, and then I spent half the semester so sad because I was like, okay, guys, let me just tell you about that. So I wanted to double major in dance and public health science when I first went in, but I was like, oh, I'm not that great at dance. Like I'm like good, but I'm not like amazing. So I was like, oh, okay, like I can't really major in it. But then like, you know, I had people who like really believed in me, and I was like, yo, this lit. Like this whole community, like a lot of people like feel the same way I feel about this. And I was like, oh man, I want to do it. Yo, it was too late for me. And now I'm just like salty and bitter all the time. So I'm like, I can't double major in dance and then have a dance minor. So look into the minors of the school that you choose, because
that's really important.
That was a really big thing for me, and that kind of like ruined the end of my semester just because I was so sad about it all the time.
Boys. Okay, this is my advice. Okay, so when I went to college, somebody told me don't come in with a relationship. And I completely understand that. Me, myself, I had a situation at the time when I first started school.
She was so different.
And I really thought, I was like, okay, maybe this will work. And it's honestly, college, your first adjustment, first semester, it's really an adjustment and it's a lot. And I think my situation suffered because of that. And it wasn't until after the situation ended, I was like, wow, I really should have just waited on the situation. But, like, if you can come into college single, come in single. Like, just be chilling. Like, you don't have to have a relationship. Now, if you're going to the same school with the guy, hey, maybe that works. But college is a whole other level playing field than high school. So, like, I say especially be open. But also, like, for me, freshman year, I grew as a person. So now, like, when it comes to relationships, I'm like, okay, I can actually manage this. I can handle that because relationships take work. In freshman year, it really needed to be about me rather than somebody else. Yeah. So I would say I wouldn't come in with a relationship if you don't have to. I would just say keep it.
Yeah. I remember when I was in high school, I used to always be like, oh, just wait till college. Just wait till college, like college boys. Honey, high school boys with grown bodies.
They're designed to ruin your life.
Yeah. Just because he is senior, come up to you, be like, oh, I want to get to know you. I want to see what personality is. Right. All he want is that cookie. Listen.
You're going to be introduced to Tinder? Be careful.
No, I'm just, okay. Honestly, going into college, I have had no type of experience with boys.
Me either.
I mean, like, I've had them as friends, but, like, nothing, like, relationship-wise, except for, like, maybe, like, hello, how are you?
Like, good.
Fine.
You know, one time I said hello to this guy, and, like, he said hello back.
And... Right, we made eye contact, and it was kind of intense. But I'm telling you, like, college, these, like, I'm telling you, if no one has ever found you attractive before,
they won't find
you attractive now.
Because you get attention does not mean they're there for good
intentions. It's not good intention.
Literally.
Male attention, like, I don't know why some people, like, a lot of girls will stress over, like, male attention. Like, they'll think, oh, not a lot of guys, like, holler at me, so I must not be attractive. Like, no, girl, like,
know your worth.
Literally, guys can be like, oh, I want to get to know you. You can have great conversations. It could be all good and dandy, but when it comes to the time where he can take his chance, he will. So I'm just gonna say, it doesn't matter. I just say, just wait. Like, I know it's not easy to be single and to not have a boo because of society says, but literally, save the heartache, save the dramas, save all that stuff. Because guys, I don't know when this happens, when they get mature enough to get right, but a lot of them play games. A lot of them are jerks. A lot of them are players.
Don't base your self-esteem off of how many guys like you or who likes you, because honestly, those men are not any better than you. They're not gonna, like, do anything for you. Not gonna pay you, like, for your stuff. Like, they're not gonna do anything for you. Like, it doesn't make you better than anyone else that, like, all these men like you or all these men don't like you. It does not define who you are. It does not define your worth. Like,
if you ain't paying, then you have got nothing to say.
If you ain't paying, you ain't got nothing to say. Thank you, Rachel. Shout out, girl.
Rachel,
I know you've been watching these videos.
Try to get as many friends that are guys, I would say, because that's really where you can get a real point of view about how guys think.
So I came in also like a fool, and like I had like a boyfriend in freshman year of high school, but it was like we held hands. You're like, you look pretty, and it was like, thanks. And like we didn't kiss, we didn't like do any of that. So it was like like the farthest we went was like a cute little like this at a basketball game.
Basically, it's me and Megan.
So yeah, it was like a friendship, like a cute friendship. So like you come in and you're like, you think like college is like all guys are thinking that, and well they are, like not all, but like most like it's different like for all people. But my thing is like, I'm not gonna waste my time with someone who's gonna like who could potentially like mess with my mental health. So it's like, if I'm just gonna wait for like someone who's like a decent human being before I like engage in like becoming in a relationship with them, because like you better be pretty good for me to like depend on you.
That's all I'm gonna say.
And even if you meet a guy that you think is great and you think he gets you and it just don't work out, girl, don't beat yourself up, because girl, it happens. It happens.
If you want to know my story, hit up a fool, I'll tell you. Like, Literally, I don't know what it is in our society, but guys these days know how to play the game so well that you think they're genuine, that they're nice, they have standards, they're wholesome. No. Not saying all guys are like that.
Sometimes they are. Sometimes they just don't want you.
Right? Like, so learn to be single. If you don't know, if you've never been single your whole
learn how to is great.
Learn how to rock with your girls.
Listen, when you go to the club and people be looking at you, you be like, and then you keep it moving.
Yeah. Right. And like, don't honestly be like, oh, the girl who's like rejected, because that was me the first. Like, honestly, no one had ever hit on me, and then 4 guys asked me my phone number, and it's clear I rejected every single guy at the club. So honestly, boys love that rejection-ish. I don't know why.
I don't know. Like,
but like they'll be like, oh yeah, she got more. She got that. Honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all some story times, but I have to wait like a couple of years. I'm gonna tell you like my first date in the club.
We got some funny. We got
really
some
funny
stories over here.
Yeah, I'll tell you about my little mishap Cinderella story. It was quite tragic.
And people think morals and standards, I mean, guys sometimes think it's a goal, it's a challenge. So you might say you won't do this, this, and this, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna get you for this, and this.
So tell them straight up, like, no, that's
because they
don't
see
give them
a little window. They're gonna be like, ooh, I can get through.
Let me add a little more tea. Also, like, it is like you hear about like those things that happen at frat parties, like they do happen, and like it is dangerous. It's dangerous. Like College Park, it's like, is it really a day at College Park if you don't get like a indecent exposure message from the UMCP? So it's like, just like, you gotta really like keep mace in your purse or something. If you're a girl, if you're a guy, like,
don't walk alone at night.
Don't walk alone.
Yeah.
Don't walk
regardless of your gender.
Watch your drink. It is real. Like on the movies, roofies, all that stuff. It is 1 out of 4 women get raped in college. That's just true.
And it's gonna be people you know.
Literally, it could be most of the time. It's people that you know, your friends, classmates, ex-boyfriends. Like, be aware. Watch what you're doing, because literally, you can really be a target and you could really be vulnerable. So just watch yourself. Protect yourself.
If you don't feel comfortable like going to like the cops or something, there are resources on campus where you can go talk to them, and like they're not going to tell anyone. So even if you don't really know what happened, but you like kind of feel like something was off, and like you can go talk to them, and they won't like report it to anyone, but just kind of like help you work through what you think occurred. Yeah,
and it's not just girls. Guys get raped. God, it happens. So it's like, it's not just girl side, it's on both sides. So also be that, and also protecting yourself just as who you are, because recently on our campus, a man was killed by a UMD student because he was the race he was. So I think also being aware of your surroundings. Like at UMD, there's a lot of underground things that are happening that really aren't being addressed and really aren't being talked about. But you need to be protected, you need to be aware of yourself. So if you need to have mace, if you need to walk in groups, whatever you need to do to be protected, because you don't want it to be another person on the news.
Oh, that was powerful. Boys are gonna be attractive.
Oh yeah,
UMD men are like, they're like, some of them are like,
they look good.
Yeah, most of the attractive ones, everybody knows.
They produce the good-looking men.
Yeah,
and like you'll be friends with them too. Like it'll shock you. Like you weren't popular in high school, you'll have a hot friend, and you'll be like,
wow.
Hey,
like you'll be saying hi to him or her like on a regular, and it's like,
how did this happen?
You just gotta look past like looks. Like it's not important. Like you'll meet people who look fine and they're trash.
For both.
I say go for the low key ones.
Go for both. Look into a crowd and don't look at the first person you see. Look at the person behind the first.
Look at his name.
Look at his best friend. It doesn't matter who you like. Well, like the people play you,
but everyone's beautiful. There's life ruiners.
Yeah.
You have to know people to get some certain places, to get a job, an internship. It's important that you know people, and people know that. Like it's you're not like, oh, I'm trying to dig you. Like don't be secretive and be like, oh, I'm only here for you because I want this from you, but not be the same reciprocated. Like I think it's important that you have certain relationships, mentors, professors, any people that are older, because people that are in your field. So I would say connect, get to know them, but don't be like fake with it. Be real.
Yeah, and something interesting that I didn't know when I was going in, actually my neighbor told me about this when I interviewed her because she works in public health. But when you're networking, you don't want to only focus on people who are older than you, but also the people who are your age. Because, I mean, just kind of like be nice to everyone. Just kind of like get to know what everyone's about. Not everyone, but like as many people as you can. Because as you get older, like these are the people who are actually your network. And like you're going to hit them up like, hey, so I heard you had this job. Like, can you help me?
Anything will help you, and nothing's too small. Nothing's too small in college. Nothing's ever too small in college.
One friend could lead to another friend that could lead to
job.
an internship that could lead to a job after you graduate. So I would say
Now you're set for life.
literally. So just
You're
keep
welcome.
those up.
Attention.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Mental health and physical.
This is important.
Yo.
This is important.
College.
Listen.
I had multiple breakdowns in college. I think one time I was registering for classes and nobody would help me, and I had a breakdown in the locker room. Like it happens. College is stressful, and a lot of it is you're independent for the first time for a lot of people. So you really have to make your own decisions. You have to decide what you're gonna do. You have to decide when this is gonna happen. So a lot is put on you.
I would say don't be afraid to call your parents, because I know for me, me and my mom were like really close at the time I left for college, so I would call her just like complain, just because I need someone to complain to who wasn't gonna like get irritated with me. If you're looking for good places to cry, I made this mistake. Don't cry in the stairwell that a lot of people walk through, no matter what time of night it is, because I've been caught several times.
Find your cry place
by multiple people. So I would say usually the stairwells like that go in the back, those are pretty good. The shower's fine. Under your bed's pretty good too. Just sometimes I'd be like crying out of one eye and have my head on the pillow, and I'd be talking to a mirror without the other. Like you figure it out. But I would say like really focus on your mental and physical health, because for me, I was stressing. I was not focusing on myself during the first semester because I wanted to get good grades so badly. I'm a perfectionist. So Megan would bring me food because I'd forget to eat, or she'd like help me with my laundry because I had to like go somewhere, just like stuff like that. And you know, guys, just like make sure you're eating, make sure you're taking care of yourself, because you can have serious health defects that will stay with you. If y'all don't know, my hair falling out, like I'm struggling. So like don't mess with yourself.
Literally.
It's not a joke. Like, yo, girl got alopecia areata. Oh, I have to go to the dermatologist so many times this semester because even the dining hall food had my skin like,
listen,
just take care of yourself.
I got acne like I never had acne before. Me and her with the same dermatologist, and I had to get some medicine. That's
Adalapine gel.
Listen, Acazone, Epiduo. Listen.
I think about the first time in college that I realized it was like it's so stressful. I think I rode a bus full circuit by myself, and I sat in the back, and I just sat and I stared off into the distance, and I didn't get off, and I rode it around a couple times, and then I came back to my dorm, and then I went to a food room, and I was okay. But like it's so serious. Like I always talk about like focus, make you time, like always work on like anytime you're not doing homework, you should be doing something that'll de-stress you. Like any free time you have, make it you time.
I made college sound like it's not that fun a lot of times in this
but it's
but it really is. And like even us, like we went out like till like maybe 5, 6 a.m. like 2, 3 a.m. like every single weekend, and we still like got things done. We still like hung out with each other,
girl,
and we just like made time for like fun.
Raise your hand.
I mean, it's possible. Literally, like you definitely could go to parties. I know for me, I was able. Sometimes I just wasn't feeling it, and if I was exhausted, I didn't go out. I went to sleep. Like that was me.
She mom.
But
I was like, oh, it's nighttime. Let's go.
But literally, like parties, I think, are definitely like relaxing and fun. But if that's not your scene, it's okay that it's not your scene.
You can do something else.
If you just want to chill in your room, watch Netflix, that was partly me too. Like if that's your thing, you should definitely do that, because I think you should take your weekends. Well, for me, it was mostly Friday and Saturday because Sunday was a work day.
Church
day. But definitely like take those, have fun, go out, enjoy yourself. Take that time, because literally on Monday it starts all over again.
And another cute idea is just like I know for us we had Are You the One Thursdays, so like just like getting together with your friends like once a week, like especially after like if Thursday's your hard day or Wednesday's your hard day, and like it's like you've been looking forward to this all week, like just like having that little thing can just like light up your entire week.
The gym at UMD is beautiful.
Yes,
utilize it.
Pools,
It's free. You're paying for it. use it.
Please.
If you don't get into the college that you like really want to go to, don't really beat yourself up. I know, like, give yourself that time to kind of mourn it, but then kind of get over it, because I mean,
Get over it.
there will be other aspects that are good about the college that you like, and if you don't like it, then you can try and transfer the next year. And I know a lot of my friends did that because they had schools that they weren't really like that into, and now they're having a good time. So I think that's everything we want to touch on in this video. So I'm really hoping, yeah. I'm sorry it was kind of long. I'm really hoping that you guys got a lot out of this. If you're going to UND, then congratulations. I hope you're really excited about it. If you're not, then I hope that this video made you more excited about it. And just thanks for watching, and I guess we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
We didn't do anything.